سأسأل ما الذي قدمت في دنياي ينجيني كيف إجابتي من بعد ما فرطت في ديني ويا ويحي ألم أسمع كلام الله.
COVID in prison. You thought you had it bad out here. COVID in prison is isolation on top of isolation. You thought you had it bad sitting all day in your home collecting unemployment checks. In prison, we can't even leave the unit without wearing a mask. And before that, we couldn't even leave the unit at all. So let's start from the very beginning. When I first got to Federal Medical Center, Fort Worth, it was me, a Persian guy, and 2 other black guys. We had all our stuff, and as we were leaving the reception area, we were walking, and we thought we were going to the unit. We were not going to the unit. We were going to a tent for quarantine. That's right, a tent. Well, actually, there was more than one tent. There were multiple tents for different groups of people. Everybody was quarantined separately. So I believe there was maybe like 6 or 7 tents. Anyways, that tent that we were sitting in, it did not have heat. It did not have a TV. We were suffering. We were hit. And at that time, I didn't have my deen like I have it now, alhamdulillah. So I didn't know that a Muslim can really never be bored. We can always recite Quran, make dhikr, among other things. So this lasted for 2 or 3 weeks, living in a tent. After that, we got to the unit, and it was a full lockdown. No leaving the unit at all, not even to eat. They brought the food to us on carts. A little while after, I think they maybe got a little bit lazy, and they made us march all the way to the chow hall and grab it ourselves, the trays, and bring it to the unit to eat. So this was about half the time I was there. Mind you, I did 23 months in federal prison, so maybe about 11 or 10 months. That's how I was living. And then it loosened up. We were on code yellow or code green, whatever. You know, they have all these labels. I don't care. Anyways, there was no visitation the entire time I was there. No visitation where there was full contact. Half the time I was there was no visitation at all. And in the other half, there was, but you had to sit 6 feet apart and you had to wear a mask. You only got to hug your family when you first saw them and before you left. Not much of a visitation, in my opinion. People died. People died. People died inside. People died outside. I remember I was at rec and I saw a corpse being carted out, and I knew it was a corpse because there was a cloth over it. And to be honest, it didn't really shock me. I had heard about deaths already at FMC Fort Worth. And if you go on Google, I'm sure you can find it. FMC Fort Worth was actually on the news regarding COVID. So even after the restrictions were lifted, I feel that COVID has affected the way the prison operates. Before I left, COVID was pretty much gone, but the prison ran a bit differently. And I couldn't tell you exactly how because I was not there before the lockdown, but it's just from what I heard. Alhamdulillah, from what I've heard now, the prisons are fully open and COVID is, for the most part, gone. So, alhamdulillah, we are done with that period of time. May Allah have mercy on the ones who died during COVID. Allahumma ameen.